I bet you're glad you didn't turn the lights on. When I was studying in England, I was at a university in Manchester. Like nearly all of the student accommodation available, the house me and my 5 friends rented was in a rather undesirable area, cheap, and was, well, not the nicest of houses, also cheap. Manchester is an awesome city, but like all cities, you have got to be careful where you are and who you interact with at night. It was a standard Saturday night in November. Me and the lads drank a stupid amount of beer before heading out to a club for a night of borderline illegal debauchery. We had tickets for the event that night. Some DJs were playing, and it was set to be a belter. When I say set to be a belter, it means we had all had a shitload of booze even before we left the house. Such is the culture of the binge-drinking student. We have all been there. 10 p.m. rolled round and we got sorted and left the house. We left the upstairs landing light on, standard. Everyone hates getting home drunk and stumbling around in the dark trying to find the light switch. We decided to walk to the club. It was only 20 minutes walk away and we didn't want to get a taxi. Plus we were smashed. Who cares about a brisk walk? We got halfway when I realized that I had left my goddamn entry ticket on the kitchen counter. "Don't worry, guys. I will jog it back now and meet you in the queue for the club," I exclaimed and started running back to our house. 5 minutes later, I was standing at the front door. The last one out had left the fucking door open. I severely cussed him under my breath. We are living in a rough part of Manchester, and leaving the door open is such a schoolboy bitch mistake to make. I had my Alienware computer upstairs and everything. I was gonna tell him straight once I had gotten to the club. So I went in and thought I saw a shadow move across the landing upstairs, silent as a ninja and just as disconcerting. Fuck it, I was drunk. It was nothing, I was paranoid. I knew exactly where my ticket was, so ran into the kitchen, grabbed my ticket and ran back out, making sure to lock the door behind me. I jogged back to the club, met my friends in the queue, and boom, a raucous night out was had. We all left together when the lights came on about 5:00 a.m. We were all sorts of inebriated. Mooching home, I remember that my dick housemate had left the door open. I incoherently told him the error of his ways and we had a bit of laugh about it. That is until we got to the house and saw that the fucking door was off, its hinges. We exchanged looks in a "fuck this, we don't need this right about now" way. After some deliberation and a phone call to the police, we decided to man up and take a look inside. After all, we were 6 male adults. We frequented the gym and a couple of my housemates were kickboxers. The alcohol gave us the courage we needed though, I am sure. Entering carefully, we started switching on the lights, room by room. We didn't hear anything out of the ordinary. There was no movement upstairs, but my God, it was tense. The house was clear. No one was there that shouldn't have been. The police came, and very little was done about a house full of students getting robbed. Happens all the time, right? Wrong. This shit does not happen all the time. My housemate came through into the hallway where we were gathered, white as a ghost, with a knife and a piece of paper in his hand. He had found the note stuck into the plasterboard wall, separating the kitchen from the lounge, the knife pinning it to the wall. All it said was, "I bet you are glad you didn't turn the lights on." There had been people in our house when I grabbed my ticket. There had been someone upstairs and someone in the kitchen when I ran in earlier that night. Those people were very real, and one of them was very much holding a fucking blade. I'm so glad it was pitch black.